I called child services on my neighbors after recording them for months. My neighbors moved into the rental next door about 2 years ago with 5 kids all under 10 years old. At first they seemed fine, just not super friendly, but that was okay. The kids were normal, played outside, not too loud, always watched by their parents. Then last year I started noticing the mom yelling a lot. At first it was just the tired parent kind of yelling like, "Knock it off, oh my god!" And honestly I got it. 5 kids under 10 with a husband who seemed completely useless would make anyone frustrated. I could hear her screaming at him all the time about not helping with the kids. But this year, everything changed. It went from frustrated yelling to something way worse. I literally cannot sit in my own living room without hearing her screaming at those kids. Not just yelling, screaming, telling them she hates them, calling them horrible names, stuff no kid should ever have to hear from their own mother. Then the dad started chiming in too. He'd threatened to whoop their asses if they didn't behave. But the thing that really made my stomach turn was when I heard him threaten to stop feeding them again. Again, like he'd done it before. The dad sounds drunk constantly now. I know this because when they first moved in, he talked normal. Now he slurs every word and only has one volume, which is loud. Something happened to that family in the past 2 years, and whatever it was made everything spiral. I live in a one-party consent state for recordings, and all their screaming happens outside in their yard. So I started collecting evidence. Every time they'd start up, I'd go outside with my phone and take videos of my dogs playing. The actual video shows my dogs running around, but the audio is those 2 parents screaming at their kids. I did this for months. I have so many recordings of them threatening those children, berating them, telling them awful things. I kept thinking maybe I should mind my own business. Maybe all parents have bad days. Maybe I was overreacting. Then something crazy happened. I got some of their mail by accident last weekend. It was addressed to the mom, so I finally learned their actual names. They never talked to anyone in the neighborhood, so I had no idea who they even were this whole time. I don't know why I did it, but I looked them up. What I found made me sick. Both parents have multiple convictions from barely 2 years ago for child neglect resulting in bodily harm. The dad has 5 drunk driving convictions and is currently on probation where he's not allowed to drink at all. This wasn't their first time hurting kids. They'd been caught before, convicted before, and clearly nothing changed. If anything, it got worse because now the dad is drunk all the time despite being on no drink probation. This morning I called Child Protective Services for my city. I told them everything. I gave them all the videos, all the recordings, the names, the addresses, everything I had collected over the past several months. The woman on the phone was taking notes and being professional until I said the parents' names. She paused. It was only for a second, but I heard it. That pause told me everything I needed to know. This was not even close to the first report they'd gotten about this family recently. Other people had noticed too. Other people had called. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if those kids will get moved to a better home or if the parents will just get another warning. But I do know that I have months of recordings proving exactly what goes on in that house. Those 5 kids deserve better than parents who scream that they hate them and threaten to starve them. Those kids deserve parents who aren't drunk all day and don't have criminal records for hurting children. Honestly, I hope CPS takes this seriously and gets those kids somewhere safe. And I really wouldn't mind if those 2 idiots moved out of the neighborhood either.